Okay, so I kind of wanted to showcase one of the projects I was working on a while ago. This is a Superglide script for Apex Legends. Um, I don't condone cheating, and if you use this, there's a high likelihood you will get banned. Um, in the past, you could use Superglide scripts with the auto exec. So auto exec would launch. You would then chain together like three other CFG files, and they would change your FPS max, and then they would change some keybinds to make it super easy to hit super glides. And that has recently, or not recently, but it has been patched, and so you can no longer chain config files. And this is totally external to config files. This is a Python script that you can run, and I'll just run through it and see and tell you what it does. So you import your inputs, your mouse and your keyboard, and you also need time because there is this delay. This delay is dependent on your like FPS. So I am running on 160 FPS or hertz, whatever. So if you do, so that's like six milliseconds. So that's one frame, and there needs to be one frame of delay between your space and your crouch. So that's why this delay is here. So you'll define keyboard controller object, and this is the main function that you need. You press space, you release space, then we have the delay, which can be changed based on what your FPS, what your hertz. And then you have the crouch, and in my case, crouch is C and space is jump. You also need an on-click event. So, like, how does this function get triggered? And it gets triggered by pressing X1, which for me is the middle mouse button. And you can look up, if you want it to be a different button, you can look up this, pi input mouse or pi input keyboard. You can look up what your button will be and just change this X1. So yeah, when you click X1, which is middle mouse button, it'll activate this script or this function. And you also need a mouse listener, so you need something that will wait for you to press it. So this is waiting for the on-click event, and when this event triggers, then it'll trigger that. So again, very simple. This does work. I've used it on an alternate account. There is also a PowerShell. You can turn this into a PowerShell script, which I think would be even more undetectable. But again, use this at your own risk. Apex will probably ban you. There's a chance you get banned. I have not been banned. But this is technically against their policy in terms of service or whatever. Because this is like using outside scripts. So, yeah, use your own risk. Don't use it on a main account if you're really concerned. Yeah.